A skyrocket is a type of firework designed to soar high into the air before bursting into colorful displays of light and sound. It consists of a rocket engine, usually made of gunpowder or other pyrotechnic substances, that provides thrust, lifting the firework into the sky. The skyrocket is mounted on a stick or tube to stabilize its flight path. Once it reaches its peak altitude, a secondary charge ignites, creating a burst of colorful sparks, crackling sounds, or loud bangs. Key components of a skyrocket. 1. Rocket engine propellant provides the force to propel the rocket upward. 2. Stabilizing stick tube keeps the rocket traveling in a straight path. 3. Secondary charge effect payload contains the colorful materials, metal salts, or other compounds that produce the display. 4. Fuse allows for controlled ignition. Uses of a skyrocket. Celebrations. Skyrockets are commonly used in festivals, holidays like New Year's Eve or Diwali, and public events to entertain crowds with impressive pyrotechnic displays. Signals. Historically, rockets were also used as a form of signaling, especially in maritime situations or during military operations, to alert or communicate over long distances. Recreational fireworks. They are widely used for entertainment during public and private gatherings like weddings, anniversaries, or special ceremonies. Though they are exciting, skyrockets should always be used with caution and under appropriate safety measures to prevent accidents or fires. Skyrockets work by combining chemical reactions with controlled physics to propel themselves into the air and create an explosive display. Here's a breakdown of how they work. 1. Ignition and launch. Fuse ignition. The process starts when the fuse, usually made of a slow-burning material, is lit. This allows the person lighting the skyrocket to stand back at a safe distance. Rocket engine ignition. Once the fuse burns down, it ignites the rocket engine, which contains a mixture of solid propellant, typically gunpowder, potassium nitrate, sulfur, and charcoal, or another pyrotechnic substance. This propellant rapidly burns and produces gas. Number 2. Propulsion and liftoff. Thrust production. The rapid combustion of the solid propellant generates a large amount of gas and heat. As the gas expands, it's forced out of the rocket's nozzle, a small opening at the bottom, creating thrust. This is in line with Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. The thrust pushes the rocket upward into the sky. Stabilization. The long stick or guiding tube attached to the rocket helps stabilize the flight and ensures it travels straight rather than tumbling out of control. 3. Ascent. The rocket continues to rise as long as the engine burns and generates thrust. Once the propellant is exhausted, the rocket reaches its highest point, apex. 4. Burst charge and explosion. Delay and secondary ignition. Inside the rocket, there is a secondary fuse that lights as the propellant burns out. This fuse is timed so that when the rocket reaches the desired altitude, it ignites the burst charge or effect charge. Explosion. The burst charge contains chemicals and metal salts like strontium, barium, or magnesium that produce different colors and effects. When ignited, this charge explodes, releasing bright flashes, colorful sparks, crackles, or loud bangs into the sky. 5. Pyrotechnic effects. Colors and patterns. The colors and shapes of the explosion depend on the type of metal salts and chemical compounds used. O-strontium for red, O-barium for green, O-sodium for yellow, O-copper for blue. Crackling or whistling sounds. These effects are created by different pyrotechnic formulations, such as certain powders or metals mixed into the charge. Summary of key components. 1. Propellant provides the thrust to launch the rocket. 2. Stick guide tube ensures a straight trajectory. 3. Burst charge produces the light, color, and sound effects. 4. Metal salts and chemicals generate different colors and patterns when exploded. Safety considerations. Skyrockets are designed to fly high and explode in a controlled manner, but they can be dangerous if not handled properly. Always follow safety guidelines, including maintaining a safe distance, using proper launching setups, and ensuring that the rockets are aimed away from buildings and people. We will meet next episode. Goodbye, yours, Psycho Philosopher.